Welcome back. Southern gospel group, the Collingsworth Family, made a tour stop right here in central Pennsylvania. We caught up with Phil Collingsworth at Christian Life Assembly before the concert. Phil, thank you so much for being with us. Tell us about your tour and why you're coming to central Pennsylvania.
Well, we've been to central Pennsylvania lots of times. The Collingsworth family have kind of a long-standing tradition. York, Chambersburg, Harrisburg, Lancaster many times. And so we just have always hit this part of the country. And we move it around a little bit so that it gets close to everybody. So this year, we decided for Harrisburg. And so that's where we are this year. And next year, we're coming back to Lancaster. We love coming to this part of the country.
Oh, that is wonderful.
The Dutch food is fabulous.
Yes, the food here is wonderful. So tell us the name of the tour and what are some of the songs the audience will hear?
This is based on an album we released last year called Classics and Hymns. So this is the Classics and Hymns tours. We're doing things like By and By, When the Morning Comes. Which was written by a pastor 120 years ago in Philadelphia. So Charles Tinley pastored a big Methodist church in downtown Philadelphia, and he wrote By and By. He wrote a lot of great songs. But these are songs, Bill Gaither said something I think was unique. He said, if you take a song and throw it against the wall and it sticks, it's a good one. He knows something about good ones. And so that's what we've tried to do, is find the ones that have stuck and re-release them in a 2025 format that it uses LED video and lights and the works, but yet has the messages written many years ago. And the thing is, our audiences know these songs. So they sing them along with us, and we encourage them, sing with us. And so we've made it to Harrisburg. This is number 29 of 35. And so we've still got 6 to go, and we'll have the tour finished.
Wow. What's one of your favorite songs on this tour?
Probably, Janet Paschal was the original artist to release it, and it's called I Am Not Ashamed of the Gospel. I am not ashamed of the gospel. And in our current culture, it has really hit hard night after night. And so out of the 35 cities, we'll have sung it at least 30 of the cities. We do swap the repertoire every night a little bit just for our own sanity. Most of the nights we sing I'm Not Ashamed of the Gospel.
Yeah, that is a wonderful song.
It's a fabulous song.
What is the mission of this tour?
Well, one of the things that we're seeing is even the young people of our nation are returning to roots. Interesting enough, the Gospel Music Association and the people that do the Grammys call the kind of music we do roots gospel. I thought that is so interesting that that's the title that they give it. And so much of our culture is trying to return to roots because they have strayed so far from, I think, what was God's design for the family. They've strayed so far from it that the returning, it just seems like the music of those eras is the right thing to do. Go back to some of those hymns, some of these great Charles Wesley hymns. Some of the things that we're doing on this tour is thematically pointing our nation back to its roots.
And it does seem, because we've done stories on this over and over again, that more youth are coming back to the church, that they want to go there. They're looking for this foundation.
Well, it's they probably realized somewhere along the way that they're not going to get it from video games. They are going to get it from a belief system based on the creator of the universe. And it changes your entire life. I mean, Charlie Kirk's death has probably been the turning point, interesting, in our nation that has really pulled the young people in to take a look about what really matters, what is eternal. And one of the differences in what we do is this is not a career for us. This is a calling for us. We've been doing this for 26 years, and it is quite a logistical challenge, to say the least. There are 29 of us total on 4 buses, and so the logistics of doing that, you have to have a purpose and a reason. and a calling. And we're seeing more and more and more young people. I mean, of course, the folks in their 70s and 80s love the nostalgia of hearing these songs again, so they come. But so many of the young people are coming in much larger amounts than we had anticipated.
Yeah, and that's certainly a wonderful sign.
It's a wonderful sign. It's a wonderful sign.
Coming up after the break, call it a family affair. Phil and his wife started their music ministry career in 1986 as a duo, but their ministry would eventually grow to include their children. Hear that part of their journey next. The Collingsworth family started out as a duo with Phil and his wife, Kim. The couple eventually wanted to pursue full-time ministry. That decision not only involved his children, but also their spouses. Take a listen. So let's talk about your start.
Oh, wow.
I've read that it was you and your wife who got started with this.
That's correct.
Tell us about that.
Well, interesting enough, I knew very early on, before I ever met Kim, that this is what I wanted to do. My mom was very musical. She was the music or the song leader at our church when I was a little boy. My dad was as anti-musical as he could possibly get. He couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. But my mother was very musical, and music was a big part of our home because of that. So when I was 14, I was already in taking trumpet lessons, singing at church, lots of things like that. And my parents bought me a new stereo for my birthday that year when I turned 14. And I'll never forget, a brand new recording was released that year from an artist that had traveled a lot with the Gaithers, was well known in those days, called Henry and Hazel Slaughter. And I'll never forget that brand new record player, brand new set of headphones, the best Wi-Fi you could buy when I was 14. And I put that new recording on. They got me that as well. And I was so deeply touched by that. I remember saying, God, this is what I'd love to do with my life. And I never strayed from that. I so much didn't stray from it when I went to college. I would not date any girl that couldn't play the piano.
Oh my goodness.
Just because I knew I was going to need that because I didn't play. So I just didn't date any girls that couldn't play the piano. And then I met Kim. I was introduced to her by my sister. She was the pianist for my sister's choir. And she calls me one day and said, I've got a young girl I want you to meet. And so that's how we met. And we dated for 3 years. We're married. And I knew right away that this was what we would do with our lives. And so we made every decision along the way based on that calling. And calling is very important because you're going to have rough times. We've done this 26 years. And to tell you we haven't had any rough times would be not the truth. We've had plenty of rough times. But those rough times you hold when you know you're called. Mm-hmm. And so you know the Lord will make a way, and He has every time. And so we're so blessed to get to do this, to have a calling on our life that keeps us going.
How did you get your kids involved?
Well, I'm not.
Did they have a choice?
I'm not altogether sure we planned it that way. It just, you see it happen so often when families are very involved in a quote, quote, family business that has a tendency to wrap itself around the children as well because it's all they know. And so as soon as the children were old enough to stand up and sing harmony, they did. Till our faith becomes high as for me and my house. Because it just seemed as natural as brushing their teeth to us. And so they stood up and sang with us, and as more and more added, we just kept adding them right to it. What kind will it be? And by the time they were 10, 9, 6, and 2, we had decided to take off on the road full time. We still believe, we still believe, we still believe. So it's all they've known. We homeschooled them on the road, and at this point, they're pretty much in charge and they tell us what to do. And we're enjoying it so much.
I was going to say, it must be, so this is a family affair.
Yeah, very much so. Interesting enough, all 4 of our children's spouses then came to us and said, we want to work with you guys too. And so all of our in-law kids work for us full time. We have thankfully been able to get the touring structured so that everybody has another life beside just the touring. So we tour just 17 weeks of the year. We do 7 weeks in the spring, 7 weeks in the fall, and 3 weeks at Christmas. That's 17 weeks. 35 weeks we're home preparing for the 17 weeks. It takes double the time to get ready for the 17 weeks on the tour, and everybody works full-time doing that. And along the way, the Lord's given us 9 grandchildren, and they all go with us too. It's quite a logistical challenge because we have to have nannies to watch the grandchildren, and we have to have technicians to help operate the concert. Now, our 3 in-laws, boys, are technicians. They're running sound and running video wall and doing a lot of those things. But yeah, it's been a family affair, most definitely.
That's wonderful. Phil, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us.
You're so welcome.
To learn more about the Collingsworth family or to check out their tour, go to thecollingsworthfamily.com. Stay with us. We're back right after the break.